Aquarius, listen closely, because something life-changing is about to unfold for you. On September 13th, 2025, the universe shifts in a way that very few signs will truly understand. And for you, Aquarius, this shift comes with a revelation, a message so powerful, so undeniable, that it feels as if God Himself is reaching down to whisper in your ear. And what He reveals will shake you to your core. This is not just a gentle nudge. This is not just a passing sign. No, this is a secret that has been hidden in plain sight. A secret tied not to a stranger, not to some far-off connection, but to someone standing right beside you. Yes, Aquarius, someone close to you is carrying a truth, and that truth is about to be exposed. It could be a friend you've trusted with your whole heart. It could be a lover who's been keeping something locked away. It could even be family, the last person you'd ever suspect. And when the light shines on this secret, it will feel shocking, unexpected, unbelievable. But at the same time, deep down, a part of you already knows. Because your intuition has been whispering, hasn't it? You've felt the quiet pull in your gut, the strange dreams, the small signs that didn't make sense at the time, and yet you brushed them off. You told yourself, no, that can't be. Not them, not someone I love, not someone I trust. But Aquarius, the truth can only stay buried for so long. And on September 13th, it rises. Now don't mistake this for punishment. Don't mistake this for chaos. Because God does not reveal to destroy you. He reveals to protect you. The moment this secret comes out, your path becomes clear. The fog lifts. And suddenly, the pieces you couldn't quite connect begin to fall perfectly into place. This is not a coincidence. You are not here by accident. You found this message because your soul already knows it's time. Time to see what's real, time to face what's been hidden, and time to prepare for a destiny that cannot and will not be stopped. So stay with me until the very end of this message, Aquarius, because by the time we finish, you'll understand exactly what God is trying to show you. You'll know why this secret had to surface now, and most importantly, you'll see how trust, betrayal, and divine timing are shaping your future. Remember this, September 13th is not just a date, it's a doorway, and once it opens, nothing in your life will ever look the same again. The cosmos doesn't whisper on September 13th, it rearranges. For most people, it will feel like any ordinary day, but for you, Aquarius, the stars are aligning in a way that opens a doorway, a spiritual portal that pulls buried truths up through the surface of your life. Imagine the air thick with possibility, like the instant before a storm breaks. You can taste the change. That's what this day carries. This isn't idle astrology or the kind of gossip that travels in coffee shops. This is a precise sacred hour where destiny meets disclosure. Think of it as a soul contract being called due, agreements written on a level deeper than words or promises. These contracts shape who comes into your life, how long they stay, and what lessons they carry. On September 13th, one of those contracts will reveal its final clause. A mask will slip, a role will be finished, a truth will step forward and refuse to be ignored. You've likely felt the foreplay of this moment, a nagging doubt you couldn't name, a conversation that left you hollow, a look that lasted too long. You may have rationalized it, told yourself you were being paranoid or too sensitive. But intuition is not paranoia, it's a signal. And for Aquarians, those signals are especially sharp. You're wired to notice what others miss. You feel patterns like threads running through the room. On this day, those threads tighten and pull the whole tapestry into view. Picture a close circle. The people who sit in your living room, message you at odd hours, know the jokes no one else gets. It's among them that the revelation will come. It won't be malicious theatre. It won't always arrive as a loud confession. Sometimes God's revelations come as small, undeniable facts. An overheard phrase, a document that appears, a photo that surfaces. Things that, when seen, can't be unseen. Other times, it's a moment of clarity in a conversation where everything suddenly makes sense. However it arrives, it will feel decisive. And the shock? That's because it comes from the least likely source. We trust those closest to us because proximity breeds familiarity, and familiarity breeds a quiet assumption that the person beside you is aligned with your heart. But contracts are complex. People play parts that keep secrets for reasons you might not immediately understand. Survival, fear, shame, or misguided protection. On September 13th, the so-called protector reveals their burden. The one you thought harmless might be the one holding the line you need to cross to grow. This revelation is not your punishment. It is a cut that heals. The cosmos is not exposing someone to humiliate them. It is exposing them to free you. Prepare mentally and spiritually. Clear your space. Tune into your breath. When the portal opens, be ready to receive truth with a steady heart, not to react, but to respond. Because once the truth lands, everything becomes clearer. Who loves you, who used you, and who was put in your life to teach you something unavoidable. You may already feel it, like a low-frequency hum under everything you do. The house feels different. Conversations land oddly. Your sleep is full of static, vivid dreams that wake you with your heart pounding, fragments of faces and places that make no sense, until they suddenly do. That uneasy pull in your chest when you think of certain people. That's not fear. It's a signal, a gentle alarm from the part of you that sees beyond the surface. On September 13th, that hum becomes a drumbeat. The quiet tension that's been gathering will resolve into a moment so sharp it severs the fog. This day is not ordinary energy. Something cosmic is moving through your life with intention. Think of it as God's preparation, a divine clearing before the reveal. The universe is aligning the small, almost invisible events that lead to one unavoidable truth. Little things will stack up. An odd message, a missed call, a comment that lands like a splinter, until the mask finally slips. Masks are clever things. They're woven from habit, from polite lies, from the small permissions we give to ignore red flags. You've tolerated things because you valued peace. You've kept faith because you wanted to believe the best in people. But masks only hide for so long. Under pressure, under light, under the right kind of scrutiny, they crack. And when they do, what falls away is not just deception. It's the illusion that has been holding you back. This revelation might arrive like thunder. It could be a direct confession, an exposed message, or an accidental admission. Or it might arrive quietly, a pattern that finally makes sense, a memory that aligns with a new fact. Whatever form it takes, the consequence is the same: clarity. And with clarity comes choice. You will be given the chance, right then and there, to step into a new reality, a life unburdened by what was hidden. Hear this clearly, Aquarius. God does not reveal secrets to punish you. The divine unmasking is an act of liberation. The moment of exposure is a gift, painful in the short term, but priceless afterward. It's the cutting away of dead weight so the living parts of you can breathe. You'll feel raw, you'll feel betrayed. Those feelings are valid. Allow them, but don't let them be the final word. When the truth hits, you won't be asked to make a reckless decision. You'll be invited to reclaim your boundaries, to speak truth, or to walk away, or to rewrite the terms of a relationship with wisdom instead of hope alone. This is not about revenge. It's about realignment. moving toward people whose presence supports your highest path. So prepare, not by arming yourself with suspicion, but by steadying your inner center. Breathe, journal the dreams, notice where your energy dips and where it lifts. Pray, meditate, or simply sit in silence and ask for discernment. The more grounded you are, the more you'll receive the revelation as a portal instead of a wound. Because in the end, the mask coming off is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of freedom, the beginning of living with fewer illusions and more truth. And that, not the shock, is the real gift September 13th brings to you. Someone close to you has been holding something back. Not a small detail, not a harmless omission. No, this is deeper. Their intentions haven't always matched their words. Their jealousy has slipped through in sideways comments. Their hidden agenda has cast shadows in places you couldn't quite see. And yet, you felt it. You noticed the whispers, the pauses, the tiny red flags that flickered when they thought you weren't paying attention. But you brushed it off. You told yourself, I'm overthinking. They wouldn't do that. I know them too well. That's your Aquarian heart, loyal, trusting, always wanting to believe in the best version of someone. But the divine is clear now. No more. On September 13th, the cover lifts. The dam breaks. The secret that's been growing in silence finds its way into the open. The way it spills out may shock you. Maybe it comes as words spoken in anger, someone letting their guard down in a heated moment, saying the thing they never meant for you to hear. Maybe it arrives as a quiet confession, guilt finally cracking the shell they've carried for too long. Or maybe, Aquarius, it doesn't come through them at all. Maybe the truth simply appears in front of you in a way that no one can deny. A message left unlocked, a conversation overheard, a piece of evidence that falls into your hands at the exact right time. However it comes, it will land like a thunderclap, sudden, shocking, unavoidable. And when it does, you'll feel the air leave your lungs. You'll sit there, speechless, trying to connect the dots that now seem so obvious. How didn't I see this before? How long has this been going on? How close were they standing while they hid this from me? The truth can sting. It can twist your stomach. It can make the ground feel unsteady. But let me tell you something important. This moment is not designed to break you. It's designed to awaken you. Think about it. If this truth had stayed hidden, how much longer would you have poured your time, your love, your energy into someone who didn't fully deserve it? How much further would they have been able to walk down this road of deception, dragging you unknowingly behind them? God loves you too much to let you stay blind. That's why September 13th is the day of unveiling. Yes, it will shock you. Yes, it may hurt. But hidden things only have power when they remain in the dark. Once the secret is out, it loses its grip. And when that happens, you gain clarity. You gain freedom. You gain the power to choose from a place of truth, not illusion. So prepare yourself, Aquarius. On September 13th, the words, the confession, or the undeniable evidence will surface. And though it may leave you silent in the moment, that silence is not weakness. It's the pause before a new chapter begins, one built on nothing less than the truth. You see, Aquarius, this isn't just about drama or betrayal or uncovering a secret for the sake of shock. This runs much deeper than that, because for months, maybe even years, you've been asking, quietly, in your heart, sometimes in whispered prayers before sleep, sometimes in the silence after someone let you down, sometimes in frustration when you wondered, God, just show me the truth. Show me who's real. Show me who's meant to walk with me and who's only here to block my path. This is the answer to that prayer. The universe doesn't always give clarity in the way we expect. We imagine gentle signs, soft revelations, easy realizations, but clarity is rarely soft. Sometimes, clarity feels like a storm that knocks down the rotten tree you didn't know was hollow. It feels like the sting of truth, sharp and undeniable. And yes, it may hurt. Yes, it may make your chest ache and your throat tighten. But it also delivers something priceless: freedom. Because here's the thing, once you know, you can't unknow. Once the light shines, the shadow cannot return to darkness. And that's the blessing. That's why this moment matters so much. Aquarius, your energy is sacred. Your love is powerful. When you give fully. Your time, your heart, your creativity, your loyalty. But how many times have you poured that energy into the wrong vessel? How many times have you tried to fix, heal, or carry someone who was never willing to meet you at the same level? This revelation ensures that will never happen again. Because once the truth is exposed, you will stop wasting your hours on people who never truly listened, wasting your love on hearts that couldn't reciprocate, wasting your brilliance on those who only wanted to dim your light so theirs could shine brighter. No more. The divine is pulling you out of cycles that drain you, out of patterns where you give everything and receive little in return, out of illusions that kept you chained to false loyalty. And though the truth might feel heavy at first, what it actually does is cut the cord. It releases you. This is why September 13th matters. It is the day you will no longer be blind. It is the day you will see crystal clear who deserves a seat at your table and who does not. And Aquarius, once you see, your entire life begins to shift. You'll notice how much lighter your spirit feels when the wrong energy is gone. You'll notice how opportunities start opening because you're no longer blocked by someone else's lies. You'll notice how your inner peace grows when you're no longer questioning the motives of those around you. This isn't just about knowing the truth. It's about protecting your future. It's about saving your energy for the people, the projects, the love stories that are real. That's why this revelation is not a curse. It's not punishment. It is a disguised blessing, one that clears your path and sets your soul free. Aquarius, your heart is different. It's wired to love in ways other people don't always understand. You don't give halfway. You don't love in pieces. When you care, you pour. You show up fully. You forgive faster than most. And you hold on longer than you should, because deep down, you want to believe in the good. You want to believe that people are as loyal as you, as honest as you, as transparent as you. But here's the hard truth. Not everyone is built like you. Some see your kindness as an open door to walk through. Some see your loyalty as a weakness to exploit. Some see your forgiveness as permission to hurt you again and again. And you've carried that weight quietly, smiling when you're hurt, nodding when you're disappointed, pretending it didn't sting as much as it did. You told yourself, maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe it's just me. But Aquarius, it wasn't just you, it was them. That's why September 13th matters so deeply. Because this isn't just a cosmic event, it's divine justice. This is protection written into the fabric of the universe on your behalf. On this day, the person who thought they could keep deceiving you, manipulating you, or using you will be unmasked. And the irony is, they never saw it coming. They thought they were clever. They thought they were hidden. They thought their actions were invisible. But what they didn't realize is that you are connected to something far higher than their schemes. You are guided by a higher power, a divine presence that sees all, hears all, and knows all. And when the timing is right, that higher power steps in, not to punish you, but to protect you. And September 13th is that moment. The light is going to shine directly on their shadow. What was covered will be exposed. What was twisted will be straightened. And you will finally see clearly. You'll see who stood with you because they love you, and who stood with you only because they wanted something from you. You'll see who celebrated your victories and who secretly resented them. You'll see who fed your spirit and who drained it for their own gain. This is not about vengeance. This is not about anger. This is about alignment. God is saying, no more confusion, no more illusions, no more false faces in your circle. And though it may hurt in the moment, it will also bring a deep sense of peace. Because once you know, once the shadows are burned away, you can stop questioning, stop wondering, stop doubting yourself. You can move forward with the confidence that the people who remain in your life are truly meant to be there. Aquarius, this is divine protection. This is your soul being shielded. This is your heart being guarded. On September 13th, the universe steps in on your behalf, and from that day forward, you will no longer live surrounded by question marks. You will live in clarity. You will live in truth. And that is the beginning of your freedom. And here's the shocking twist, Aquarius. Once this truth is revealed, once the mask finally slips, you don't lose power, you gain it. Secrets are chains. They bind you without your consent. They keep you tied to illusions, to false promises, to people who were never fully honest about who they are. And when you're bound like that, you can't move forward as freely as you're meant to. But when the secret comes out, when the chain shatters, you are free. Free to see clearly, free to choose wisely, free to step into your future without dragging dead weight behind you. This moment, as painful as it may first appear, is the true beginning of your next chapter. A chapter where you walk lighter, because you're no longer carrying the burden of someone else's deception. Wiser, because you now know the signs, the red flags, the whispers of intuition you'll never ignore again. And stronger, because you survived the reveal and rose above it. Aquarius, God is not exposing this person to hurt you. That's not His way. He is exposing them to protect you, to make sure you don't invest another ounce of your sacred energy in someone who does not deserve it, to guard your path, to preserve your future, and to ensure your destiny unfolds without interference from the wrong souls. Because hear this clearly, your destiny is too great. Your calling is too important. Your next level is too powerful to be contaminated by dishonesty, jealousy, or betrayal. The people who cannot honor your light will be removed from your circle, not because you failed, but because you're about to rise. And when you rise, not everyone can come with you. Some people were only written into the earlier chapters of your story, not the final ones. Their role is finished, and God is turning the page. So when September 13th comes, don't see it as an ending. See it as a turning point, a divine redirection, the moment where your life pivots from uncertainty to clarity, from deception to truth, from being bound to being free. This is not the end, Aquarius. This is the beginning of a life you were always meant to live, lighter, wiser, and stronger. So when this secret comes to light, Aquarius, don't panic. Don't beg for explanations. Don't chase after answers that are already clear. Instead, stand tall, breathe deeply, and remember, this is not chaos. This is not punishment. This is God answering your prayers. You've been asking for clarity. You've been asking to see who is truly with you and who is only pretending. And now, heaven is pulling back the curtain. This is your divine confirmation. In that moment, Aquarius, you have a choice. You can let anger consume you, or you can let wisdom guide you. You can crumble under disappointment, or you can rise with unshakable faith. The truth may sting, but it is also your shield. It protects you from wasting one more ounce of your love, your loyalty, or your limitless energy on someone who doesn't deserve it. This is not about revenge. This is not about proving a point. This is about alignment. Your future, your higher calling, demands that only truth, only integrity, only loyalty can walk with you into the next chapter. Anything less will fall away, no matter how tightly you try to hold on. And yes, forgiveness may be necessary, not for them, but for you. Because forgiveness frees your spirit from carrying the weight of bitterness. But forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It does not mean welcoming the same energy back into your life. Forgiveness is closing the door with peace in your heart so you can walk forward unchained. Aquarius, this revelation is a cleansing, a spiritual reset, a divine rerouting. Let it happen. Let the masks fall. Let the truth clear the path so you can finally step fully into the destiny that's been waiting for you. Because after this moment, your energy shifts, your vision clears, your spirit stands taller, and you'll begin to notice new doors opening, new people appearing, new opportunities aligning, all because the wrong ones have been removed. So don't fight the revelation, don't fear it, embrace it. This is not the end of your story. This is the divine transition into your next level, a life anchored in truth, protected by God, and overflowing with purpose. September 13th, 2025. Remember this date, Aquarius, not just as another day on the calendar, but as the day the truth finally breaks free. Because when the sun rises on this day, the energy will feel different. The air will feel charged. Your intuition will feel sharper than ever before. And by the time the day ends, something shocking will be revealed, something connected to someone you thought you could trust. The truth won't come gently. It won't arrive wrapped in comfort. It will arrive like lightning, sudden, undeniable, impossible to ignore. And when it strikes, it will change everything. But here's what you need to remember, Aquarius. This revelation is not designed to destroy you. It's not meant to turn your heart cold or make you close yourself off from the world. No, this moment is meant to strengthen your trust in God. Because when people fail you, when masks fall, when secrets surface, you see clearly who is human and who is truly walking in alignment with your destiny. And through it all, you'll realize something powerful. God never failed you. God never lied. God never left. The shocking truth about this person, whether it comes as a slip of the tongue, a hidden message revealed, or an action they can no longer hide, will hurt at first. You may feel betrayed. You may feel disappointed. But in time, you'll look back and see that this was protection, not punishment. This is God removing what cannot serve your future. This is God sharpening your discernment so you'll never be fooled again. This is God preparing you for the destiny that only truth can unlock. And Aquarius, once the secret is revealed, nothing will ever look the same. You'll see people differently. You'll see relationships differently. And most importantly, you'll see yourself differently. Stronger, wiser, unshakable. September 13th, 2025 is not the end. It is the beginning. The moment the old illusions break and the real story of your power, your protection, and your purpose finally begins. Aquarius, if this message touched your soul, don't ignore it. This is not just another video, not just another set of words. This is a divine confirmation meant for you in this exact moment. So, here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a key in the comments to claim this energy as your own. Because when you type it, you're not just leaving an emoji. You are declaring to the universe that you are ready for truth, ready for clarity, ready for God's protection over your life. And I want you to tell me, who do you feel this secret might involve? Is it a friend you've been second-guessing? A lover whose energy has felt off? Or someone you least expect? Someone so close that the thought of their hidden truth shocks you to the core. Your intuition already knows, Aquarius. Trust that first feeling. Trust that gut pull. That's God whispering to you before the big reveal. And if you believe in divine timing, Don't keep this message to yourself. Share it with another Aquarius or someone who might need this confirmation, because you never know. The words you pass on could be the exact lifeline someone else is praying for tonight. But above all, remember this: God never reveals to harm you. He reveals to protect you. Every secret uncovered, every mask removed, every truth brought to light, it all happens to shield you from what could have destroyed your spirit. September 13th, 2025 will be proof of that. Proof that divine timing is real. Proof that your prayers for clarity have been heard. Proof that even when people fail, God never does. So hold on to this message, Aquarius. Claim it, share it, walk boldly into that day knowing you are not walking alone. Because when the secret breaks, you won't just see the truth about someone else. You'll see the truth about your own strength, your own destiny, and the powerful protection that has always surrounded you. Your new chapter begins now.